Hello there, welcome to Cool Talk Talks and CTT Loves Movies, both of my YouTube accounts. Roughly about a week ago, on March 12th to be exact, the Oscars came out and Brendan Fraser won Best Actor for the movie The Whale. The Whale also won Best Hair and Best Makeup. And everybody was very happy, especially for Brendan Fraser. Brendan Fraser is very personable, very likable. He gave a really great, heartwarming speech. But, of course, we can't have good things. And what I'm going to dwell on today is in reference to the woke crowd. We keep hearing the term woke culture and all of that. And more it comes to mind that it is not the woke culture or the woke crowd that's making things difficult for us. It's the corporations that pay attention to the woke crowd. Brendan Fraser was criticized. The crew of the film The Whale was criticized for a few reasons. There was a lady named KB Halen. She put out a tweet. I'm going to read exactly what she said. What she wrote. She wrote, "So disappointing that The Whale won the Oscar for hair and makeup. Fat suits are harmful. They are not your opportunity to win awards. Our identity is not your costume. Cast fat actors to play fat people." So anyway, so she's complaining that a couple of things here, that the fat suits. Now, by the way, Brendan Fraser did gain a substantial, unhealthy amount of weight to play the character Charlie in the movie The Whale. But the character in the film had to weigh 600 pounds, so obviously they had to add the fat suit to him. Now, I find the whole comment ridiculous. She's criticizing the film studio for hiring a regular actor, a good actor, but a regular actor when they should have hired a fat person to play the 600-pound character. I have no idea if there's a person out there in Hollywood that weighs 600 pounds that could have done the role. I don't know. But the silver lining to all of this, however, is that KB Halen's comment, 55,000 people read her tweet, but she only got 44 likes. 44 thumbs up versus 55,000 people that saw the comment. She has since then taken down the comment. So it goes to show that the great majority of people don't pay attention to these woke comments and what some people that are triggered so easily come out and say. However, my complaint is the corporations, and in this case, I'm talking about the soap company Dove. The soap company Dove did listen to KB Halen, and they had comments in reference to her. They stated that they want fat shaming to be illegal in all 50 states. Now, how they're going to do that, I have no idea. And does that mean that a movie like The Whale could not be made if that were to come true? So I don't know. I don't even know why they're participating in this. I mean, let this woman, KB Halen, make her comment. Obviously, 55,000 people saw it. Only 44 people liked it. And my understanding is that she got roasted. Now, I don't know because she took down the tweet not too long afterwards. I was lucky enough to get the quote. People were commenting on it, and one person wrote that the government and pharmaceutical companies want us to be fat, that fat people spend more money in food, medicine, and clothing, and that fat people fall in line easier. Whoa. Now, that's a whole video up to itself. I'm not going to comment on that. I don't have the information for it. However, my comments are in reference to Dove. Dove is talking about body shaming, and that they're working hard to get rid of body shaming. So what Dove did a couple of years ago is that they made a series of bottles, all sorts of sizes and shapes, to represent the different sizes and shapes of women. And they tweeted recently, and their tweet reads, "It's difficult to be a woman. You have to deal with wage gaps, limited reproductive freedoms, and soap bottles that don't seem to represent the size and shape of your body." So they put out a limited line of soap bottles with different sizes and shapes to better represent you. There's fat bottles, tall, thin bottles, and so forth. You could buy the bottle that represents your body type. You got your choice. Now, I have a message to the guys out there. If you're going to buy your girlfriend or your wife a bottle of body soap from Dove, please be careful what bottle shape you're buying. Okay, you could get in deep trouble. But outside of that, I just found it. I don't know. It's very telling that a big company like Dove is paying so much attention to to this small woke crowd. Now, if you say, well, body positivity, yes, I'm all for body positivity. However, I have to add to this that this whole campaign that Dove is doing is catered towards women, which is fine. But they're losing a huge demographic. I mean, men do need moisturizer. They have their skin issues too. Granted, I would guess that men would cater to buy these products a lot less than women do. But there's a whole demographic out there that Dove could latch onto. Fat bodies or emotional eating, people that are morbidly obese, affects men and women. So that's something to say. Now, when it comes to body positivity, Dove had a very good commercial a few years ago that state that they brought in an average looking person, and they had a sketch artist that did not see the person. They were behind a curtain, and they told the sketch artist how they perceived what they looked like. And the sketch artist would draw that person's face. Then they brought in friends of that person to come in, and they did the same thing, put them behind a curtain and have them describe the first person that had come out. In other words, their friend, and the sketch artist did the drawing. Then they brought the original person out to look at all the drawings of her, and say, look, this is the drawing of the person that you described, and here are the drawings that your friends described. They're describing you. And as luck would have it, the drawings that were described by the friends look more attractive than the drawing from the person who originally came out to describe themselves. It was a really nice commercial. It was very body positive. It was trying to remind us that sometimes we are hard on ourselves in reference to our looks. So that was a real plus for Dove. I wish they would have continued in that vein. But unfortunately now they are portraying the message here that being fat is okay. Depends on why you're heavy. If you're being heavy because you are emotionally eating, because you have depression, well, that's something that's another topic. That's something that we should address. That aside, I wanted to make a comment in reference to the Will Smith, Chris Rock story, the story that never goes away. Just give me 1 minute of your time. Will Smith didn't see, but he heard about the Chris Rock special, and he said that he was hurt and embarrassed, and he wished that Chris Rock would just leave it alone. Somebody else, and I wish I had the name of the person who said it because I do want to give him credit. He stated that if Will Smith had come out and said instead that he hasn't seen the special, the Chris Rock special, but that what he did a year ago was wrong, and that Chris Rock now has his stage, and it is Chris Rock's opportunity, that it's okay for Chris Rock to go ahead and voice his feelings for what happened to him in a very public fashion. That Will Smith could say, well, maybe one day Chris Rock would see fit that perhaps we could bury the hatchet and move on. But right now, I don't wish Chris Rock any ill will. What I did was wrong, and whatever Chris Rock is saying, he has the right to say. If Chris Rock would have done that, I think he would have gained a few points. Instead of people are ridiculing Will Smith for saying that Chris Rock should drop it, when what Will Smith did to Chris Rock was in a very public forum over a year ago, and it happened probably before a billion people have seen that video of him smacking Chris Rock. So I just want to lay my 2 cents in that I don't know who the publicist is that Chris Rock has, but they should give him better advice, or maybe he's not paying attention. Anyway, that's all I got for now. As far as Cool Talk Talks, I have a video that I promised you a long time ago, and I will get it out to you soon, I promise. I have a series that is the 100 most influential people of all time, according to Michael Hart. And I was going down the list, starting with number 1, working my way over to number 100. And the next person in line is the person who invented paper. So I look forward to getting that out to you. I hope you look forward to watching it. In the meantime, this is Cool Talk Talks, and CTT Loves Movies. Sayonara.